So we just had our last night's stay, and we're on our way to the first stop. It was only 15 minutes down the road, so we're going to go and have brekkie and have a look at the last water tank on this trip, last piece of art.
In 300 metres, turn left onto Raynham Place.
So thank you to Jamie and Ria for letting us stay the night. It was good to catch up. We haven't seen them for years, and reminisce about the old days and talk about the stuff he does. He actually works at the War Memorial in Canberra, restoring all the planes and things. I'm not sure if I mentioned that earlier, but he just showed us a few of the things they've just moved into the memorial and how the memorial has been expanded yet again. So we'll have to make another trip over here to the War Memorial and have a look around. Alright, we'll get going down here and we'll see you at the next stop. Someone didn't slow down to 80 k's an hour in time and they've just got pinged. Like, we literally just went through the 80k zone. So this is Murrumbateman, so we're going to stop here for breakfast, and there's a little water tower or water tank up the back of town here. We'll just go up and have a look at, and like I said, that's the last piece of artwork we're going to look at on this trip. So we'll be it'll be the ride home and stuff like that. That'll be what you'll see on the video after this. It's down one of my favourite roads to ride, which is the King's Highway. Some of my other videos and that are of riding the King's Highway and stuff like that in the past, so this will be going back the opposite way to what the videos show. So we're at Murrumbateman. We just had brekkie and we've come up the top of the hill up here to the water tank. It's located on top of the hill at the cemetery in town. It was painted in 2023 by a bloke by the name of Jimmy Buscombe, and it's got a couple of gangs on it, which are another breed of cockatoo here in Oz, and they're around the southeast part of Australia and out here towards Canberra and places like that. We don't see them so much down home. They used to be fairly prevalent. I don't know why we don't see them as much anymore, but yeah, they're around still. When you do see them, they're awesome because they've got like this, where you can see on her, they have this like a reddy brown tinge towards the edge of their feathers, especially around their chest, but he's got a bright red head. And yeah, they just like every other cockatoo, chew the crap out of everything. And but yeah, they're sort of nice when you see them. You don't see them very often. All right, I'll put the drone up and get a couple of shots of it, a couple of photos, and we'll make our way back home. Later on. We just had to stop at Bungendore because it's freezing. We're putting an extra layer on. It's down to 13 at the moment, so we're starting to climb up into the mountains, and that's why the temperature's dropping. So I was beginning to think I bought these jumpers for nothing, and all I did was take up space. But this is now the coldest day we've had on the bike, so put everything back on. Try and keep warm. Feel like the Michelin Man. Alright, get ready to go. Righto, so we've just stopped at Braidwood, we're here. So we've just had another break, toilet break and another drink. So we've got to follow this, which is the King's Highway, down to Bateman's Bay. And then from there, we'll back up the Prince's Highway to home to Ulladulla. So it's about an hour and a half. But from here to here, from Nelligan to Bateman's Bay, is one of the best roads to ride. I'll try and capture that as much as I can without being too over the top. But yeah, we'll get going, I'll show you it. that road right there has got to be one of the best roads in Australia to ride. I've watched a couple of YouTube guys now, and they've never been on that road, and the first time they've hit it, they've thought, wow, what a road. It's just great riding. It's you know, like it's just sweeps and curves, everything flows. We got a couple of spots there, there was a bit of roadworks and stuff, we had to slow down, but you know, it's only half an hour from where we just were to where we are now. So, you know, like 15 minutes maybe of riding on flat plains, but then you just get into the mountain, you're coming down the Clyde mountain, into the gullies, and then you work your way back up out of that, and then you come into Bateman's Bay. Hands down one of the best rides there is. If you've never ridden it and you're in Australia, come and give it a whirl. Just be careful though, the coppers give it a pizzling. They absolutely flog it. I was lucky we didn't see nothing today. I wasn't pushing very hard. The speed limit's 90 in some places, 70 in others. But they do get out here, believe me. I've seen plenty of them out here over the years, and but I was only doing, you know, maybe 10 k's an hour over the limit in most places. So yeah, it's just don't tell anybody. But that was a good ride. I love that. Doesn't matter how many times I ride it, I love it. Old mate in the moped caught up with me again because I slowed down at the end. But yeah, he was acting like fucking Valentino Rossi. Even seen him shift his ass on the seat there at one stage. But every time we got in a corner, he just hit the anchors. So I just shot around him on one of the overtaking lanes, and yeah, I didn't see him until we hit a straight section of road. He barreled up back behind me again, so I just let him sit there. So I thought he might have come past me coming up that last overtaking lane, but nah. So he's wandered off into the servo, I think. Probably gave it too much of a pizzle and it needs a bit more juice. Alright, we're about half an hour from home, so we'll just keep cranking on up the highway here, and yeah, get our ass back to our get our ass back to reality, I suppose. So I don't have to go back to work till Monday next week, so yeah, we'll see how we go. Alright, get rid of this bloody caravan here in a minute, and yeah, we'll just keep cranking.
See, mama, gonna feel your everything. I feel your everything. I really wanna know. See, mama, when you shine, you're shining bright. Give your giving right. Really wanna know the road. See, mama, when your heart is in its place. See that smiling face is all I wanna do. See, mama, every time that you want here, it's when you're gone. I feel never wanna come back home. Mama, what you gonna do with all that love in your heart?
just like that, we're back to where we live. Almost. This is Barrel Lake. We live about 2 k's up the road in Ulladulla. So that brings this part of it, or this trip, to an end pretty much. We've covered over 2,000 kilometres. We've seen a shitload of silos and water towers, and yeah, we just had fun. We've tried to stay off as many main roads as possible. It is a bit awkward out there, out west, because a lot of the roads are the main roads, but we went a lot of back roads when we could, so just to get away and see what's out there. So with that, I'm going to sign off, and I'm going to get this thing home. We're going to unpack it and going to give it a wash, because it's absolutely putrid. Dirt roads and all sorts of stuff that we hit here and there. So yeah, and just general, you know, like dust floating around the air, and then the dew of a morning every night the bike sat outside, so it just settled stuff on it. So it is, it's filthy. So I'll get home. It's, you know, 22 degrees here now, or 21, 22 degrees here now. So that's the warmest we've seen, apart from the day we left. It was up near 30. But yeah, it's been a good ride. I'll do a breakdown of the run after this, bit of a trip report. I'll tell you how the bike went, if any troubles were to be found. So and I'll give more or less my next review on it. The last one was for 5,000 k's. We're just over 10,000 k's now, so it took me 12 months to do the first 5,000, and it's taken me about, what was it, about 6 months to do the last 5,000. So I'll pop a review up as well of the trip, and just to rehash what we did, how the bike went, what its fuel economy was like. So yeah, alrighty, I'm going to sign off. Stay safe, have fun, and just get out and enjoy the world on a bike. Doesn't matter what you ride. As you can see, my mate was trying to flog it through the corners on a moped. You know, I don't care what you ride, just get out and ride. It's good for you. See ya.